Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. This is a quick tutorial on how we're able to remove najasah from the ground. What we would need is 2 containers, some rags or towels, napkins, hose with water preferably, that would be good, and if not, a jug of water. I'm going to assume that this is a tiled floor and I'm not able to rip out the tiles or anything else, of course, and there's some najasah on the ground. Of course, if it was urine, then you would have to wash it twice with small water, but if it was some other najis substance, then you wouldn't need to wash it twice. What I would ideally do is, first of all, I would try to remove the najis substance as much as I can with a napkin, for example. And this container is going to be my mutanajis container, or container that is contaminated with something that is najis. If I had napkins or if I was using old rag, then I would remove as much najasa as I can, and then I would circle that najis place with some rags or towels. And the reason being is I don't want the water to seep around everywhere else. I'm going to put these around in this particular way, and I'm going to get the tap water, quickly spray it there, and also damp it down as well to make sure that all the najasa is removed, and it's as simple as that. If I was using tap water or hose water. If I'm going to be using the jug, then of course I'm going to make sure that I scrub it a little bit as well with my hand, and then that would be all. Let's say that it is going to be a carpet, and the carpet is glued to the floor. Of course, I'm not able to remove the carpet as well, nor am I going to be cutting little pieces of the carpet out. So I would do exactly the same thing. Get some napkins or a rag and remove as much of the najasa as I can with this, and put it in the container here. Of course, my hand is going to be najis because I was wiping it, and maybe the hand towel or the rag was also going to get wet, so I need to make sure that I clean my hand as well. Of course, if I'm going to be using the water, then I am going to be washing the carpet along with washing my hand, and it's both going to be purified automatically together. Because I can't remove the carpet, then I'm going to be washing, and then what I am going to do is I'm going to do this twice. I remove as much as the first amount of water as possible and put it in this container, and then wash it a second time to make sure that it is all gone. If I have a rug and I am able to lift up the rug, then I would get a tasht or a container or a bucket and put it underneath the rug and do exactly the same thing, and that is pour the water and use my hand to scrub it in, make sure it's piercing through down till the bottom, and again making sure that I am removing this for first time, or just continue going on and cutting it, and going on and cutting it at the same time, cutting the water pouring down. Now, this would also be in the same scenario of if it was whatever the najasa was, I would have already removed it with some paper towels. This is very simple, very easy, far from any complexity. We don't need to be paranoid or go into panic mode when some najasa falls on the carpet. You know, maybe you might get a little bit stressed if it's going to be a nice hand-made Persian rug, but whatever the scenario may be, it's very, very easy and simple. Let's say this will be our last scenario, that there is some najasa on the on the wall, I can also be able to remove the najasa by, first of all, getting rid of as much substance as I can, and then put a towel or a rag underneath and pour the water down. Also, maybe ask my spouse or my children, one of my children, to help with just rubbing through to make sure that it is all gone. This is a simple procedure. Inshallah, my brothers and sisters will benefit. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi tahirin.